What's going on, bud?
Hey, Manny. What is going on, bro? Manny and the Mannyholics watching.
So much going on.
So yeah, I
This
saw you.
this Melissa Lucio thing
Uh-huh.
with the guest coming on tomorrow.
What's her name? I didn't catch her name.
Marie Lynn Garcia. And man, it's been big talk, a lot of talk, even direct to my inbox messages, and can't come soon enough.
Messages from
Interested
like
people just saying, how did you get her on, or is she the same lady from the movie, and all, stuff like that.
I mean, you got the whole cast basically to come on.
Almost. Oh, and I'm working on I forgot her name. The pro bono attorney that comes on at the very beginning.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, you got the whole cast. Because what was that first gal you had on, Sabrina? Was it Sabrina? That's her name.
Sabrina, yeah.
She's a producer or the.
Yeah, she's a filmmaker. That's her documentary. She made that.
So she's the one who was interviewing them, or.
Yep. It's just her and a cameraman, and I think one other person, security maybe.
Wow.
But yeah, she spent a lot of time down here in Texas. Hello, Hilda.
Hello. Hola, hola.
Yeah, and so that's been the talk, and then the other half of it was the family that I had on yesterday.
Oh, man.
Gonzalez family, about the
vegan situation thing.
Yeah, the baby who's not in their custody right now. The CPS had them remove the baby right from their custody, and all of a sudden the father's mom, so grandma, has the baby.
Oh, okay, so at least they're with the family. I mean,
it is, even though
are they allowed to see them? I didn't get
no
to see the no.
The mom is like the grandma is like the cause of this problem.
Oh my god.
The grandmom does not like the vegan lifestyle, so she's the one who raised the alarm.
She was a concerned citizen who called CPS or what?
Jennifer, hola.
Hello.
How you doing, Jen? Nelly, welcome.
Hello.
What up, Sharky?
Sharky in the house.
Yeah, so the grandma on the father's side, she's the one who's been causing a problem. She's a paralegal.
Oh.
And I'm sure she's been getting advice from the attorney that she works for. And
wow, I didn't know it went that deep, because I heard the part where, well, the guy said that the doctor who was seeing the baby was the director of CPS.
Yeah, it just
coincidentally.
Where's the beef? What's up, Fausto? Ooh. Yeah, what happened was, so they took the baby to the doctor. From the doctor, they said, go to the children's hospital. The guy who happened to be the friggin' doctor was the CPS doctor. And so he saw that, and of course, that's child abuse. And, some of these people get like Karens, right? And without asking anything, he went right for child abuse and malnourishment and all this crap. And it's hey, Gladys. Hey. Yeah, it's a bad situation, and it's so just to recap, they lost. I mean, the Gonzalez family won the first trial. It was a hung jury. They couldn't decide one way or the other.
But they still could not get the baby back.
Right, they can't. And even if they won, like now, their next trial, the pre-trial is Friday. So there's a chance, a slim chance, but there's a chance that the judge might say, and the prosecution might say, you know what, we're not even going to bother. Let's just, we give up. It's done.
Right.
The parents
Dismissed.
will win. But now CPS has the child. Now they have to sue the CPS to get custody back. So this is just, it's another
battle.
It's not like, oh, you won. Okay, here's your child. No, it doesn't.
This is just to keep him out of jail.
Yep.
16 years that they're facing.
Isn't that crazy, man?
That is crazy.
Juan Carlos, what are the chances that the lawyers for Texas death row prisoner Melissa Lucio to move to vacate her April 27th, 22nd execution date and remove the judge and district attorney in her case? Her case because of the conflict of interest stemming from the employment of key members of Lucio's original defense team. That would be the ideal situation. That would be the ideal situation. Whether it's going to happen or not is another story.
It's a tough one, man.
Well, there seems to be a need to fast track everything and hurry up and get the execution over and
before anything is uncovered. Is that what you think, or what?
That's what I think, and not only on the legal side but also on the family side. I mean, I've watched more video of the one daughter on TikTok.
Yep.
And then there was a video that I posted earlier. This other show called the Texas Plate, right? The Texas Plate.
I believe so. I saw that. They're like
Texas something plate, yeah. Texas style plate, something like that. And they got the other interviews, part of the other interview, and they posted a few minutes of that. On Thursday, they'll put out the whole interview.
Oh, so they actually got a full interview.
Yeah.
With a person who said they wouldn't do interviews?
With,
I don't know.
Her son, John, her sister, and then I think a niece or something like that.
Oh, but not with a TikTok one.
No. She won't do any interviews. She won't. So, and just a little snippet that we saw today was pretty good. And we'll see the rest of that on Thursday. That's when they're going to post the rest of it. So ideally, yeah, I think somebody wants to keep it covered so that violations to her legal rights and civil rights don't come to light. So that's for the legal team, legally. And then for the family, the daughters that want her dead for whatever reason, they made mistakes. They were abusers. And once there's a death penalty is carried out, well, they're in the clear. So it's kind of.
I feel you now.
So
I understand it.
Yeah. So it's not a good situation all the way around. I think, hey, Leo, Sam.
Leo.
And Rose. How are you, Rose?
Rose.
So no matter which way you look at it, it's a lose-lose all the way around.
I mean, and the countdown is going. I mean, you've been talking about it for what, maybe 3 weeks to a month now. And the date, the days keep passing. I haven't heard of anything else changing, right?
No, nothing at all. Everything is just, and like I said yesterday, Governor Abbott cannot step in.
Don't say it like that.
Well, he can't step in until everything has been exhausted.
Now you get it? Like he can't step in.
Guess. I get it. Governor Abbott can't step into anything, right? Gotcha. Good one. Yep. Governor Abbott can't roll in until the Supreme Court says we're done. We're not messing with this. We're not touching this one.
So when the Supreme Court basically says we don't think it's right, or what do you mean by they won't?
Yeah, they'll say, nah, we don't want to look at this again.
Oh, okay. Like when they don't want to review the case.
Yep.
Before, okay, I got you.
Yep. Hey, no pasa nada.
Hey.
God will be the final judge for all involved. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. Hi, Lucy. Welcome again. Um, so yeah, so and okay, so the Supreme Court. So Governor Abbott can't rule on anything until they're done. The Supreme Court says no, and that could be freaking 5 minutes before execution.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, if the Supreme Court were to say at the last, I don't know, 2 days before or something, that, yeah, you know what? We're not going to look at this. We're not touching it. And everything has been exhausted. That's when he can step in. And only then. He can't do anything right now. There's nothing he can do.
Until that's the process.
Yep.
Wow. Diet Coke.
With fresh squeezed lemon inside. So good.
I was telling you about that other Coke that I was seeing. Oh, I finished it last time. Another one, that Starlight.
Any good?
It's a whole different taste. It has like a little minty aftertaste, but has a vanilla cookie taste. I don't know how to explain it. Tastes like space. That's what it says.
Like space.
That's what it says.
They were supposed to try and wait for the Supreme Court to see if they give her a chance. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think a lot of noise has to be made. Like a lot of noise. And I'm going to reach out again to the people from freemelissalucio.org. Have them come back from the angle. All right, if people want to help, what can be done? What do you guys want to do,
For that petition. I wonder how many signatures they have now or what.
And that petition. You know what? I got to look that up because I haven't looked at that.
Yeah, because I mean, the 27th is literally, what is it? About a month and a week away from, about 5 weeks away from now.
Yep.
So within the next 5 weeks, something has to happen. Before that.
So the petition, you can find it at freemelissalucio. Did I get that? Yeah. freemelissalucio.org. And I will put the link.
So it's like you can literally sign it online.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, everybody should share that if they, depending where they sit on this case, if you feel like you lean towards that or against the death penalty or lean towards the whole case being wrong or wrongfully accused, then I think the easiest thing anybody here could do is just share that website.
Yeah, and pretty much, it doesn't mean that you think she's completely innocent. Obviously, there was neglect, right? But I don't think she's directly responsible of murder. So if it was a case of neglect for something like that, I think she probably served her time already. If there was going to be a sentence of neglect. So
it's not like a stone cold killer,
Right.
In other words.
Right. Yeah, so it's tough, man. It's so that's why. Hey, Scarlett. Oh, you weren't with me last night, right? So last night I talked about why I decided against having the family on and try to get an interview.
You decided against having the family live on here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear it. Let me hear it.
And that was because of that show Thursday night, that crazy show Thursday night. I was just thinking about it and how against they are against each other, how real,
like broken.
He said, she said, yeah, definitely breakdown of communication. They're very divided, and it got to name calling and all this, and you're a liar, and man, it just got ugly, and
that was heated.
Yeah, definitely was. And I remember it was funny. I was telling some people today and yesterday that we went back. Remember, were you there? I can't remember. You didn't stay until when we went back to Vanessa's video, right? I think
I was watching though.
Okay, so Selena finally stopped, and I said, "You guys want to go back to Vanessa and finish up?" It's like 10 minutes left, and we switched back to that. I put the video on, and Vanessa seemed normal. It was like a relief. Oh, there's Vanessa. all
Like if she
that
was
noise from that family and the arguing and it was
like
just
back
such,
and forth, right? Like
yeah, it was terrible, man. It was ugly, you know. So when I thought about it the other day, I'm like, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't. I don't want to exploit that and show the world or whoever's watching, wherever, whatever reach I can have, for them to see this.
like a whole
And
family, like a personal family feud, or
yeah, like in turmoil. It's already messed up that their mom is on death row, and all the kids are fighting. And do I want to show that dysfunction really? And it kind of like it's kind of like making fun of it, even though I'm not going to make fun of it. But it's like I'm showing like a circus, right? Like what we did a couple of
well,
weeks ago.
I think, and I can see your point of view. I don't think it would be like you said, making fun, but it would be maybe throwing more wood in the fire. Because things might get more heated between them, and if they had anything that could have been in the future that they could have talked or something, maybe after that show they would just totally be out the window. A lot of emotions get thrown around, and sometimes some people don't want to hear some stuff, and
Yeah, Juan Carlos, do you think the notoriously racist Texas Rangers played a huge role in Lucio being convicted and waiting for execution after she was aggressively and relentlessly questioned for over 5 hours by Ranger Victor Escalon on the same day her daughter died? I would hate to think there's racism involved. I haven't seen enough of everything to make a call on that.
I mean, Chuck Norris is the only Texas Ranger I ever actually seen.
Chuck Norris.
But I mean, imagine this. I mean, you're already mentally torn apart because your daughter died. Whether you were, hurting her, or pinching her, or whatever it was, there was still, that was a mother. So I'm sure she was torn apart about everything that's happening psychologically. She just lost her kid. What's gonna happen next? She's probably thinking about, now what? Is she gonna be okay? Oh, she died, but at the same time, she's there, getting accused of something. So the things that detectives do, they're always trying to break somebody down. This lady was already broken when she walked in.
Yeah. And that's what it's supposed to kind of do, is break you down. But I think there's a difference in trying to get somebody to confess and then making somebody confess, to even if it's something they didn't do.
Especially with that little doll they had, and they were saying like, how do you hit her? How do you hit her? And then she was just like a light tap, like, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Tell us how you do it. And like super aggressive and like, wow. I mean, how much more? The lady just wants them to be quiet. I mean, she already has no control, bro. She's in their custody.
Yeah, and like they said, she probably hadn't eaten. It was 5 or 6 hours, nothing to drink, nothing to eat, hadn't taken a bathroom break, was tired, physically tired. And then you got these guys beating on you.
Lost her baby, coming off the drugs, everything.
Yeah, everything. Just, man. Did the family do anything or write letters to the court? I believe they did, and that's one of the things I can ask Ms. Garcia tomorrow. She may know that. I can find out. I wonder how many signatures. Okay, they have received up to this point 36,473 signatures. So, and that doesn't seem like a lot. I don't think this is getting around as much as it should.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, how many people, how many of the viewers here on your show have heard about this only because you brought it up? And that's on the small scale. When you put it out against the whole state.
Yeah.
Some people haven't even heard of Hulu.
I got that once. I guess what's Hulu? I was like, okay, that's fair. I wasn't going to goof on them because there's people who haven't heard of it, And so 36,000. The goal is 51,200
in the next 40-something days.
Maybe and it's 50. A shame because who got more signatures than that on their petition? Remember the brother and the stepbrother and the
Oh,
friend who killed their stepfather for abusing their little sister.
yeah.
Talked about that a couple of months ago. Those boys from
Yeah,
is it
Edinburgh or
San
somewhere.
Benito or
Somewhere in the valley.
yeah, somewhere in the
I'm not
valley.
sure.
And they got way over 100,000, 175,000 signatures, something like that.
But they went viral. You see, there was no explanation needed. The headline would read something like, kids stand up to their stepfather who sexually abused daughter, whatever. Everybody's like, whoa, whoa. They don't even read articles, right? That's by human nature.
Right.
And now you read what the media says about this case, and they're like, monster mom beats daughter to death, sentenced to death row, and everybody's like, yeah, but they don't know what's going on.
So the name on this, the title on this petition is Melissa Lucio, innocent woman on death row in Texas.
I like that.
And I think that says it right there.
Yep. We need
And
to
then
push and share that. Yeah.
Kind of tells a story. So, hi, Lori. Leo saying, I believe she's innocent and wrongfully accused. I think of that murder charge, I think she's innocent. I think there was neglect for sure. Okay, so in that little video I played earlier from the Texas plate, John, the baby's older brother, loved her so much, and all this he was saying. He said when he was there that night, the body was already limp. She was probably gone already. And I'm like, so why didn't you rush her to the hospital? Why didn't you, even if it was too late, maybe there was a slight chance they could have woken her up, or I don't know. Why did nothing happen until the next morning?
That's sad.
I mean, he answered he wasn't supposed to be there. He would have been arrested, or they would have called the cops on him. Because he has issues from his past as well. I don't know what they are. Wow. But why would you, if you see that, a baby like that, why would you not even say anything? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Like the reasoning behind it, yeah.
I think the death penalty is too harsh. I think so. So the Cameron County District Attorney, Louis Science, who was in prison for bribery, had no physical evidence against Lucio.
It wasn't Luis Science, though. Luis Science
it was Villalobos. Villalobos was the one who was in prison. He just got released. He's on home confinement. Not home confinement. He's on supervision.
Really? He's not even in jail no more?
No, he's out.
Wow. The perks.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they had evidence. Her attorney, Gilman, had evidence and testimony that she was not abusive, that she didn't do it. But more focus was like on, the daughter, Alexandra, she was abusive towards baby. And then it turns out, they say, so was Selena, was more abusive towards her than the mother ever was.
Wow.
And none of that was brought to light. They didn't allow these people to come and talk. Richard, the older brother, says he saw some abuse of Mariah.
I read that.
And he's got some other issues. I don't want to go public with it, but he's had issues. I mean, poor guy, he's been through a lot too. And, that was the other reason I didn't want to bring them all out and bring up these emotions, and maybe, the best way I could say it was I didn't want to exploit them. They're already going through some nasty shit. And I think we got to let this play out in court and just try to bring everything out.
Yep.
That's what I think. Hey, Danielle. That's some good-looking people in Pennsylvania, I'll tell you that much. Exactly. It was crazy. Instead of them getting justice and a headstone for the little girl, they went back and forth. It was wild. Yeah, I mean, it took... John found out... He was in jail for some time. I don't know how long. Don't know for what. But he was in jail. He came out. He found out the baby still didn't have a headstone. So he took matters into his own hands and collected the funds and, going to put a headstone there. It's in the works right now, from what I understand. he goes against his mom, and maybe there is truth to what he says. It's so hard, man. So hard.
I mean, to me, after going through that Thursday, I think I read what that guy said, Richard, and it was pretty harsh. What he said that the lady would do to the kid, like suffocate her and this and that. I don't think anybody would make that kind of stuff up. but when we talk about a trial, that I still stick to that. How the justice system is set up for where justice is supposed to be blind. I think they should have even taken the case out of Cameron County, out somewhere else.
Yeah, but even though they did, it's like nobody here knew about it. I mean, everything was steadily moved along. It did make a lot of news, talked about here and there. Very little press, very little news. And the majority, you can go downtown and talk to 10 people, and they're going to go, I don't know what you're talking about.
No
and that's
idea.
sad. Exactly. I asked him why he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He said because he was only 8, he didn't know if it was right or wrong. Yeah. Elizabeth, hey, what's up, Liz? We like the circus since PETA banned most of them. And we don't do circuses anymore. We need to form a new circus of entertainment. I used to like circuses until I found out how they treat their animals, and that's not cool. Not cool. I hope they don't treat the animals like that anymore, but you would think they have to. That's a whole other show.
Right.
36,000 signatures. Yep. On that link. There should be more. And kind of sad if there's only that many. I'm going to put mine on it tonight. I am convinced that she should not be on death row.
Yep.
And she's guilty of negligence, yes. But you know what? 15 years. And the stress that this is on, what's doing to their family and everything, I think I want to say time served, but that's just me.
I mean, think about the difference between a good attorney and just an attorney who was trying to climb up the ladder. O.J. Simpson, bro. Look at that case. I mean, tell me he didn't do it. Everybody would say he did it. At least over 60% of people would say that.
That he got away with it.
I'm sure. Yeah. He even wrote a book and said, if I did it.
Right. And he named it freaking If I Did It.
Something like that. So compared to this, obviously she wasn't represented legally correctly. Even if she did, let's just say she did it. She's still in this country, we're supposed to have a fair trial.
Right.
And
I don't think she got it. Yeah.
It was all one-sided, like boom. The monster was painted. The people they had in the jury were all fed emotionally. They were not thinking,
And freaking Gilman didn't bring up the evidence. He didn't allow stuff. He kept saying he didn't want, at the time the kids were young, he didn't want a bunch of kids running around and making noise, and he didn't want to upset the jury. I'm like,
that could have been what would convince another juror or something,
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
All you need is reasonable doubt. His job was to plant reasonable doubt. And
kind of blame it on the mom. She said that she's the one that created the vicious cycle, and and I know it bothered me, people having so many children when you can't afford it, but I'm going to stay out of that one. I don't have anything against big families. I'm going to stay out of that argument. Be safe. Hey, Nadia.
Hello.
This is only my opinion, but I blame this on Melissa's mom. She's the one that created the vicious cycle. Solvable Sweet 28. Yeah, Grandma didn't help either.
Well, that's what he's talking about, or her, solvable.
The other one, Melissa's mom. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I remember in the documentary, they asked her mom, and she said, well, what do you think? Well, the jury said she was guilty. The judge says she was guilty. So, what could I say? That she's guilty. And she just went with it. She didn't say, oh, the jury's wrong, or the judge is wrong, or she's never been abusive. She didn't say none. She just said, I guess she's guilty.
Wow. Oh, I think she's saying he or she. I can't. I'm sorry. Solvable sleep. Um, I think what they're trying to say is that the vicious cycle began with the mom because the mom allowed Melissa to be abused, or she
Oh,
never, when Melissa said, "Hey, the stepdad is molesting me," she played it off like, "No, you're lying. It can't be." So
yeah, yeah. That's. I'll go with that too. And that's a whole other issue.
yeah, I mean
And
that's a whole nother chain link, you know.
we talked about that. If Gable, somebody comes to you and says your little kid says, you know what, so and so touched me here and there.
I mean, raise
Are,
raise
are
it.
you are you gonna go? Oh, don't talk about him like that.
Yeah, no.
Hell no.
Yeah. I mean, all that stuff is taken really seriously.
Hey, Rose. Yes, anyone can sign that petition. It's right there. I put the link on the comments. I hope you got it. I put it in the comments. Did you guys get the link? I think last time I posted something, it wasn't there either.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this on my page. That's what I'm gonna do. I do that in just a minute. Her daughter was molested. Instead of believing her or doing something about it, she chose not to. Yes, that's right. Everyone should call Senator Lucio's office and ask him to appeal to the governor's office. Lucio is pro-life. Here's an opportunity for him to stand up for life before he leaves office. Yeah, you know what? Ding. Maybe that's somebody I need to reach out to, get his comment on this.
That's a good one.
Because that would be good.
And I just wonder who else has, the first time you heard about this case was on here on this show, because this is the first time I heard of it. Like I hadn't heard of it before. Even when I watch Hulu, well, it wouldn't show up in my recommends because that's not what I watch. Until you told me like, "Hey, have you heard of this?" And I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, when I first saw the documentary many months ago, I just watched it one night and I thought, oh, this is one of those that happened years ago. She's probably dead already. Until I started looking at the dates and stuff. And it's like, oh no, this is recent. And I kept looking, and oh, she's still alive. I agree with you. Yep, 100%. What in the Burke Baccarat is that? Just kidding. Oh, the music? Come on, it's good. It's good.
It's good. I mean, you went from like Rihanna to this or something.
Right? Right, Hilda? We have heard many stories of how women start off on the wrong foot when something tragic happens to them, especially being molested. Yeah, you got to teach your kid. You say something, damn it. Don't hide it. Don't cover it.
Well, in this case, like the lady said something, but
hi, Patsy.
she
Yeah,
hasn't heard. Hello, Patsy.
yeah. No, what kind of? I don't care who it is, even if it's your own freaking brother or family or husband. Something like that happens, you lay down the law, man. You listen to that kid. You don't let that. I believe when she fell down the stairs, the other brother on the documentary even said that she was looking like she was okay, but she wasn't talking much either while watching TV. But that she went down to go lay down. The next morning, woke up. So I probably, yeah.
But don't some of them say that she never fell down the stairs or something?
Yeah, and somebody says they never saw her fall down the stairs. But I think the daughter, Alexandra, in that little video clip I played yesterday, it's on my YouTube, she told the investigator, she says, I did it. I pushed her. I did it. So what? What are you going to do now? Wow. She said that. How do you like them apples?
And she's on here tomorrow, right? Is it tomorrow?
The investigator, that's correct. They should have taken her to the hospital. I'm a mother, and if I heard my child fell like that, I would have taken her to the ER. Yeah, or you go to your kid and she's just lifeless.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till tomorrow when she wakes up. It's like, what the?
Just let her rest.
If you can't wake her up, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, where was the mother if that baby was dead in the ambulance? She was there at the house. Everybody was home. And the ambulance didn't pick her up, and the older brother showed up. Also, poor baby. Alex gave that baby vinegar in her bottle.
That's rough, bro. That is, wow.
Yeah, it's so freaking wrong. But yeah, the baby, he saw the baby, and the baby was lifeless. But he said he thought she was gone already. So why don't you panic? Get it to panic mode and call 911 or whatever. Oh my god!
I mean, because dude, something like that. Yeah, I can put one and one together. Like, and I'm just taking a guess. Like what John was thinking was, if he can't be around somebody who's committed a felony and a murder just occurred, he's around around a felony occurring. I forgot what the heck they call that. But if he was on parole or on the run or anything like that, automatically. I know what you mean. He should have called and made a different voice, or something.
I mean,
Right?
if you're a decent person, I don't care f about my situation. Get this kid to a hospital, to a doctor, and get her looked at. If he loved her so much, just saying. Selena and her mom would make Mariah go under the bed. Okay, that's the other thing I keep hearing. Go under the bed. And you know what the bed was, right? Just a mattress on the floor.
Yeah, because then they changed it. Then they said no, it was under a pillow. And whenever she would try to pick her head up, the mom would grab her head and put her back down with pillows on her head. But first he said under the bed, then it was like under the pillow.
Yeah.
And these are just things that they could have happened, but that is already reasonable doubt.
Yep.
If
they change venue, prosecutor and defense attorney will be the same. Yes. Would the judge have seen the trial as a sham? Who knows? Right now everything is like, what if? How many women start off on the wrong foot when tragic things happen to them, especially being molested? Yeah, that's a bad way to start your life for that to happen. My daughter and I signed as soon as it was put up. Yeah, anybody can sign that petition. You know what? I'm going to take a moment and put it on the page right now.
Right now. So
in the meantime, I'm still looking up other things in the news, cases, real life cases that are pending right now.
So when does that other one do, that vegan couple?
Their pre-trial's on Friday. And then on Friday, we kind of find out if they're going to continue with it and go and try to prosecute them again, or if they're just going to drop it and say, we give up.
I mean, one thing I didn't understand was like somebody had mentioned before on the comments, one of the viewers, that in the Indian culture, they are basically vegan. They don't eat meat or any of that, and they raise their children on that diet. But like in this case, I don't know, man. I almost feel like the parents are victims of the system there, because what if it was a Hindu, and that's their religious belief? How many is there out there that have vegan kids? I mean, what, they're gonna put everybody in jail? Like, it just made no sense to me.
Yeah, I get that. All right, it's posted. I put the link to the petition on my page. It's on there right now. So anyway, let's see. Forget Senator Lucio. Get Kim Kardashian, who recently passed her baby bar law exam. Yeah, that's right. She did pass that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if she would pay attention to that.
Just try to get her on the podcast.
I was gonna say something, but I'll stay quiet. She's having Kanye West issues right now.
Oh yeah.
Even in today's interview, John remembered something he had forgotten to tell Sabrina. Yes, I caught that. Hey, Irma. Forget Senator Lucio, get Kim Kardashian. Okay, we saw that one. Unfortunately, it just shows how messed up the whole situation was to the kids. No supervision, kids taking care of kids. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Daniela is the older one, and she pretty much said she was like the second mom. She was like a mom. And you wonder how bad it was when, I mean, they ate every day, yeah, but she had to take them to that place, loaves and fishes, to feed them twice a day. I can't even imagine.
I remember hearing, that somebody would sell their food stamps or I don't know what. I think they were commenting on that, like while the show was going on and the family was going back and forth. I remember reading something about the food stamps being sold, so that's why they ended up like having to go eat in places.
Ugh.
Um, but yeah,
See, that's definitely neglect, right? So there is guilt. I just don't think it's death penalty guilt. I know you don't want to talk to the women and lots of children, but come on, you cannot take you cannot take care of them financially. You can keep track of them. Why have them for that? What reason or what purpose? Because people are people and they don't think about birth control or should I do this? And sometimes if you're on drugs or you're high all the time, you don't even care about condoms or whatever. And the guy certainly doesn't care. He's just gonna finish wherever he is gonna finish, right? Looking forward to tomorrow's guest. Yeah, me too. That's gonna be real good. I did a TikTok little ad for tomorrow's show. Did you guys see that? It was like my first TikTok ever, and I think it was weird.
you were like dancing,
I had I started dancing,
twerking.
and I had a weird something happened to some words I was saying came out like I had an accent or something. I was like, what the hell did I just say?
Oh, no,
But I didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, so I just whatever, I'll go with that. And
I got to see it now.
yeah, I don't know if she's guilty or innocent, but she deserves any trial. Yep,
That's what
agreed,
that's the same
Leanne.
thing I say. Yep.
Definitely, and it's just a bummer, man. It's whatever happened to that innocent until proven guilty, and everyone has a right to a fair trial. And if you don't get a fair trial, I mean, if there is there's no bigger evidence than look at what happened with her of somebody needing a retrial.
And she's one of who knows how many that
right? Can imagine how many there are sitting there. The system is so backlogged. If your kids want to get into law or they don't know what to do for a career, have them become lawyers. There's a shortage of lawyers. I mean, or litigators or whatever, attorneys. And I don't mean, ambulance chasers. I mean, attorneys.
Criminal defense.
Criminal defense. Yeah. Push them into that. Kind of argue with them over things as they're growing up. Argue with them over certain things in a good way. And you can even, do it like you're a fake little trial at home and
should we
make them question things?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, exactly. If he's guilty, he's going to get the paddle 5 times, right?
So it's like, convince me not.
Yeah. I agree, Leanne. Yep. Whether people want to see it or not, she was a neglectful mother. She put those kids in danger. Yeah. There's no arguing that. Anyway, so tomorrow we've got Miss Garcia. She's pretty cool, man. Just the way she is in the documentary, that's how she is. She's a straight shooter.
Really?
She tells it like it is. She gives no F's whatsoever.
What time is she coming on?
This will be at 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
Nice.
And remember, she can't speak 100% freely about everything because she's involved in this still actively. And
but she's still doing some investigating.
Yeah, she'll tell us exactly what's going on with her, what her role is right now. But yeah, she's in agreement that woman needs to come out of prison, or at the very least a retrial, so they can present a lot of items that were not presented the first time. And Gilman should wear a hat made out of poop.
A poop hat.
Yeah, dude fudged up. He's
obviously.
Yeah, it's man. It just pisses me off, and I keep thinking about that. I would be highly upset.
I just wonder how many other clients, dealt with him, and there's a lot of bad attorneys, man. I just wonder if he has a rap for that.
That'd be a good question to find out. And then there were a couple of other cases that were kind of ended up in my inbox, and I'll see if they're worthy of me to look at. Because one, there's a person who's already deceased, a dead person, and I think they're trying to blame the husband, although he's not guilty. They say he the same thing like here. They're trying to get him as the guilty one. But once I get more details on that, I'll bring it up tomorrow.
So that's a whole nother case.
Whole other situation. I'm kind of liking this whole crime story bit, you know. Like,
I mean, it's great because people get to come in and you know, you're raising awareness. You're giving a voice to people who don't have one or want to be heard.
yeah, definitely. It's and I don't know how much reach this will get. I mean, I've been told I've heard from people from all the way up in New York and all over California that they've seen this. I'm like, oh, cool. I don't know how it's getting around there, but share. This stuff is important. So what will happen if they let Melissa out? Will the two daughters be charged because someone needs to respond to the death of the little girl? I imagine another investigation would take place.
I think it'll just be like they'll downgrade the crime, you know, from murder, capital murder, like to what is that, like manslaughter or something else, you know? Like
Yeah, like negligent homicide or something.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're thinking she's going to stay in prison or just downgrade and then time served?
Yeah, either or get, you know, to get the death sentence.
Yeah, see, I don't know those legalities. If she is released and it's if that happens, are they going to go after the daughter or the rest of her family and try to find out what happened?
I mean, for one, they wouldn't release her from one day to another because they would have to find her innocent of the capital murder. So I think would happen, they would pause or basically, you know, stop the death sentence and schedule a new trial, which could be a year from now or whatever. Gather up new evidence, gather up a new court, and then go based on whatever outcome of that. But it wouldn't be like let her off, she's gone right now.
I don't know. I actually think if they find her, what I hope happens is they say, okay, put a stay on the execution, hold that off. Let's hear this other stuff that you got. And then eventually down the road, it's like, yeah, she needs a retrial. Most likely. Yeah, she needs a retrial. And then they're going to ask if she can be released during her retrial. I don't know what the chances of that are, but I think that's how it would happen. Whether or not she'll come out or not is a whole other story, but I just hope they get. I think it total conflict of interest. If the same judge, the same attorneys are involved, it's like that. Then what's the point? So I don't know. These are good questions to ask tomorrow. I think Ms. Garcia will know. And I'm not digging this music right now.
Hey, so the main case took place when, like 2003 or what was it, 2006? What? This one?
Yeah.
Right around there. The 2000s.
Let me look up the case.
I'm seeing like the lawyer graduated in 1972, so I wonder how updated all his, you know, legalities were. 1972 to 2006.
So she was sentenced to death in 2008. So all this happened in 2007, if I'm not mistaken, when this stuff actually happened. Supposedly the Mariah fell down the steps while the family was moving. I don't know if they were moving into that apartment or out of it. Huh?
I think I heard moving in.
Okay. And that was on February 15th of 2007. And she had that kind of a disability on her feet where her feet were not straight. They were a little crooked, and that caused her to trip a lot. And then 2 days later, after that, was when she went to take a nap, and then she never woke up. So,
Which that's a true thing. You know, when me growing up, I don't remember this, but my mom would tell me that when I first started walking, my feet were like crossed, and every time I would walk, I'll take like 2-3 steps and fall. So I know what they're talking about there.
Hi, Mary. Yeah, if you have like what's called, it's even beyond flat feet. It's when I think it's called the gait, GAIT. I think I could be wrong, but one of your feet or both of them could be like that, and it's got to be corrected. They can be corrected, but while you're doing that, a kid's trying to learn how to walk, and she's falling all the time. That's what's going to happen,
especially on stairs. So you can imagine.
Yeah. Sarah, and I find it odd how other people on death row have been on death row for many, many, many years, and Melissa's given a date right away. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's my point. Why are they trying to rush this and get her out so fast? Something's wrong, Just about to ask about the music. Yes, it reminds me of Vanessa's last. Oh no, come on. She had that weird massage therapy Zen music going on. Hungry Hippo, hello. So who brought up the idea that she fell down the steps? It was apparently she woke up dead already. Well, she did because of an injury of falling down the stairs. They say she tripped and fell. She didn't know better. Somebody else says she was pushed down, rolling down. And that in itself wouldn't kill her, but a little kid, you bump your head on one of the steps.
Oh yeah,
that'll hurt.
I mean, that itself should have been enough to go to the hospital. The doctors, not just because they got up.
Yeah, and I keep thinking about the brother John, that he was there and he saw her lifeless that night. Yeah, it's like, why didn't you? It might have been too late already. Even then, it might have been too late. He said her body was cold.
Damn.
I mean, why? How would you walk away from something like that and just go, "Oh well, let them deal with it tomorrow or whatever"? You can actually. There would be a case to charge him with neglect.
Yep. Like just being around, like failure to report a felony. If the lady got convicted for murder, which is a felony, and he witnessed it, it's failure to report a felony, which is already some kind of crap.
Yeah, that too.
It's just scary.
And the question is, do they really want to do that to the family and add more trauma and tragedy to the family? I don't know if they'll want to do that. Did she die from falling off the stairs or because of abuse? The stairs is a sketchy thing. And abuse from somebody. Yes, abuse. But something happened where the baby's head got hit hard. Like we said before, kind of like, what's his name? The comedian that died, Bob Saget.
Yeah.
He hit his head too the night before, earlier in the day. Then he went to bed and he never woke up. It's a serious thing. Hi, Sandra. My son was born with club foot on one leg but had surgery, but they have trouble walking. Yeah. I hate to see that on kids. No, I wasn't. It was for real, though. Hey, June, welcome. Denise, what's up?
Denise?
Una salsita.
I don't know. She's talking about the one for the taco or the music in the background.
Right? Why didn't he call the police? As soon as he seen that, yeah, that's for me, that's the big thing. Why didn't he call the police? Damn it. It sounds like it was too late if she was already cold.
Yeah.
If they retrial this case, imagine how many other cases they'll have to retrial as well. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they will, but you're going to get a lot of, hey, if you retried hers, you're going to get
what about me?
That. Yeah.
Because everybody who's in death row didn't do it.
Okay, this music is a little bit depressing right here, too.
Hello.
No.
Friends would walk up to me.
Okay, let me try this stuff right here. he's too quiet without music. I think we need music.
It's like silence. Like I stopped thinking. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, this will put me to sleep right here.
Yeah, that's that. Lean on the lazy boy music and wake
Right?
up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll find something here. Give me a second. Preciosa says hello, Manny, and hello, Abel. The music, yes, I'm gonna change. I'll figure out what to put on, or I'll put on my. Somebody called it porn music.
Soft.
Should I just put on the porn music?
The shopping at Kroger's music or something.
No, I think he was covering up for the sisters to like he knew there was foul play. Oh, this covering up, man. And even then, so okay, so what about the other part of this? Is even if your mom is guilty, you don't want her dead. You don't turn on your mom, right? Even though if you know she's guilty, you don't want her on death row.
Yeah, well, definitely not death row. Yeah.
That's hard, man. It's hard to put your mom on death row or to insist that she might belong there. Selena's story has changed a few times, and that's why Sabrina didn't want to put her segment in the documentary.
It's not credible in that case, right? And
yeah,
I mean, I think her story changed. Just those that 40 minutes to an hour and a half that we were watching her story changed like 3 times. That was just then. Imagine for a documentary.
And everybody was asking, why didn't Sabrina put her on? Why didn't Sabrina put her in the movie? Why didn't Sabrina show her interview? And then by the time it was all over that night, everybody was like, well, now I understand why Sabrina didn't put her story in there. And that's exactly right.
Like, I know that she was like, well, no, I didn't watch the Manny Behind the Mic show with Sabrina. No, I didn't watch the show. And then like 5 minutes later, as she's scrolling through the comments, she's like, yeah, that's what they said on Manny's show. And then it's like, I thought you didn't watch it. Well, I didn't watch it, but I read the comments. Okay.
Dude, you're right.
All right.
And it was frustrating that night. If you guys haven't seen Thursday Night Show, it's the one. Look it up on Facebook and YouTube. It says almost 5 hours.
Marathon.
Big letters right there. You can't miss it. And it was crazy. She kept saying she's not going to talk to me. She won't talk to people like me and like with a show or whatever. But all night she was talking to me on her live to my live, and people relaying messages. It was bizarre.
I mean, all I can do is give an opinion, no facts behind it. But in my opinion, if you can't have an open conversation like this, it's because you're afraid you might slip. Like you might slip up and say the wrong thing.
Yeah,
it's much easier to think about it and then say it, than having the pressure of, okay, we're waiting for an answer.
Plus, on her own live, she can control the narrative. She can control what she's going to answer, what she's not going to answer, who she talks to or not. And I can't put on Snoop Dogg or that kind of stuff because they will shut down the videos. They'll cancel it. They'll delete it. And I don't want that to happen. Copyright infringement.
There you go.
Yeah, we're still talking about the Melissa Lucio documentary and the daughters and the video that I posted earlier tonight. An interview another guy did with the daughter, the son, one daughter, one son, and a niece. And that was good, but it was too short. The full thing will be out Thursday, I think. Yep. I think he would have took her to the hospital. They could have been a great chance. They cannot. I don't know. He says she was cold, so I'm thinking she was dead already. And then they just let her die.
When I first heard the story, I shared it like with somebody I know, and I told them, well, look, this is what it is. Like, this is what I picked up from the documentary. But what I had picked up was that they all had the same story. But it's not like that. So when I told this person, look, everybody had the same story, so I kind of believe it because everybody has the same story. And then this person told me, well, when somebody goes through a traumatic event and, there's a lot of people there, everybody has a different story. Because one person saw her fall, one person ran to go get her, didn't even see her fall. One person showed up after she fell. One
Right.
person remembered when they were moving, but never does somebody have the same story. Like it would be hard for all 13 kids to have the same story, all 12 kids to have the same story. And
Yeah.
so that's why there might be some slips and cracks that don't match up. But when it's the same person saying different stories, it just kind of mixes too much. Like that girl on TikTok. I mean, her stories changed so much.
Yeah. That segment that night was chaotic. The segment was that was it was wild. I mean, I know it was late when we finally wrapped up, and I was tired, but not necessarily like physically tired, but I was like mentally tired, and it was.
Wow.
It's the kind of thing that I've always wanted to avoid getting into that kind of thing, and it just
It fell right there, but it couldn't. Jerry Springer couldn't have done it better.
Right. And it just I got sucked into it. What was that? The Robert De Niro, The Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in, and that's why, again, I decided against all that. I don't think it'd be good for the case. It wouldn't be good for Melissa, and I just don't want the chaos. They've gone through enough. They're going through enough. I don't want to put them on display like they're like a circus or anything like that, because they're all hurting in their own way.
I mean, the only thing that could be done is, you gave them the opportunity to be on and that night express themselves, and you just voice your opinion, and it's just an opinion.
Yeah.
And that's it. Best wishes to everybody who's going through a whole emotional phase right now. That I don't know how I would feel if my mom was on death row, and I love my mom and she's on death row. What's gonna happen now? Or if I was on the other side where, hey, my mom killed my baby sister, and I hope she stays in jail. Whichever seat I was in, I would feel terrible. I would be very emotionally distraught.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good decision for you to passing that.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the high road on this one, right? Speaking of high roads, I was in contact with a bunch of people in the last couple of weeks, and they're asking if I'm going to have somebody requesting to be on the show, and I've got the question about a dozen times already over the last 2 weeks, I'll say. And my answer was the same. Say, I'm not going to have this person on. I'm not. I thought about it for a minute, but it's not where I want to go. It's kind of like politics. If you invite one candidate to talk to, you really have to invite all the candidates, not at the same time, but you have to give each one their time. And I'm not going to say who it is or whatever. I'm just making it known that I'm not going to have people from the other.
Are you
going
to have any other politics?
Very little, man. Politics is such a crappy thing.
I think so.
One candidate reached out to me a couple of days ago and said, "Yeah, these people ripped me off. I was paying them, $1,000 a week. They were not standing there with my signs. They were not campaigning for me. She just spent money up the wazoo.
$1,000 a week.
Yeah, and now somebody posted something calling her a fraud, that she didn't want to pay the workers that worked for her. Like, she paid everybody.
Oh.
And now they're trying to make her look bad even more. And that's all not true. Yeah, it's a reason why people don't like politics down here in the valley, and people that might do well don't want to get in because they don't want to go through any of this crap. And signs and your campaign material signs getting torn and ripped off, and
drawn mustaches and all that.
Drawing mustaches, cutting them up, taking them down, stealing them. And that costs money, man. It costs people money. It's not cheap stuff. but it keeps happening, and it's just the whole thing down here is bad.
It is a crappy situation for sure.
Right? I mean, people pay freaking $5,000 or $6,000 for this stuff.
But still, I mean, okay, we don't want to talk politics, but I still believe that the main thing going on here, dude, is that there's no change because it's the same people who vote. You know, it's like your family. Let's just say you're a family of 5, like my kids. So I have to tell them every day, hey, what do you guys want to eat today? Let's take a vote. But it's always the same 2 that vote. You know what I mean? They always give their votes first, so then the third one's convinced, and then the other ones just say, I guess, whatever.
Right, and it's always the same places to go eat. It's always the same meals.
So it's the same thing with politics. It's like, well, who are you going to vote for? Well, I'm going to vote for this guy. Well, me too. And everybody else either doesn't vote or it's the same 2 that vote all the time, you know? So it'll turn around when people stop focusing on getting elected and start focusing on educating people on why they should vote.
Voter turnout. I mean, it's pitiful how many people are registered to vote, yet only like 12% roughly at the most come out to vote. It may not even be 12%. It's something like that. And it's horrible, man.
Some of the tactics are terrible, bro. Like they'll go, to the adult daycares and they'll convince the lady who drives the van to sign up, make sure all the people are registered and get on the van, and we're going to take you to vote for this person. Yeah. Because the person who drives that van got a little kickback with something, here's a discount to go eat at this place or whatever.
Politiqueras is what they're called. And we'll take you. We'll give you a ride. You vote for whoever you want.
Yeah, because my mom told me, like, she was like, oh, but I got the voter registration card. My mom talks only Spanish, but she's telling me I got the voter registration card. I don't know where I left it and this and that. And I need it for daycare. And I'm like, Mom, what do you mean? You don't need it. You don't need it for daycare. What are they going to kick you out of daycare because you're not registered to vote? I'm like, all you do is mail it in and not worry about it. That's up to you whether you want to vote or not. She said, no, but I need it. I'm like, no, you don't.
Right.
So there's tactics, bro, that is just wild.
There is. And, and they claim, oh, we'll give everybody a ride. They can vote for whoever they want to. And then they get them in the van. And guess what happens in the van while they're talking on the way to the place? That's where they're we'll get you a chicken dinner or whatever. Yeah. And, we'll make sure this and we'll make sure that. And, you should vote for this person. And that's where they convince mostly the old folks of
I mean, you can tell anybody, oh, look, she's a really nice person because she helped a grandma across the street. And you're like, oh, what a sweetheart. I'm going to vote for that person. But they don't see them smoking crack on live videos.
You're right.
For example.
Yeah, because she got way too many votes. And then one of the other calls I got was somebody questioning me on VT. Again, I'm not going to say names, but questioning me, am I going to keep talking about her? Or what's the deal? And I was like, I'll keep following what I think needs to be followed. And if I want to keep following, I will. And if I don't, I won't. But I'm not going to have anybody intimidate me as to what I'm going to do with my fucking show.
No.
If it's what I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. And I've got my own reasons for it. So thanks for your input, but don't need it right now.
I mean, I think you've done a tremendous job with the way that you're managing these shows, especially like now that you can focus on, like if you were to do the VT shows, it's like follow up on the court case. What's going on with this? Now, the light that you've been bringing to darkness is what people want, is to see the light, because people keep seeing the same BS everywhere else. Like, let's see there's some light, bring some light to these cases, bro. I hadn't heard of the vegan people. I hadn't heard of the Melissa Lucio people. And I watch the news here and there. I haven't heard any of their stories. And they're not going to be heard.
Yeah. I kind of see myself like you guys know who Bailey Sarian is? She's a lady. She's hot. She puts on makeup and she tells the crime stories. She's awesome. I watch a lot of her stuff. And except I'm not going to put on makeup though. I don't need it, right? But anyway, maybe because I watch her a lot, And I don't know. I like where this is going. I don't want it to be all like this, but definitely taking a unconventional path. And I think I like it. I like where this is going. This is all this case, friggin' interesting to get into it and talk to the main players.
Oh yeah.
The freaking Sabrina who made the documentary. Tomorrow the investigator on that program, and
I mean, you had the kids, bro, on the comments. Like
yeah,
this is real life stuff. It's not made up. You can't make the stuff up, like they say. It's
yeah.
wow.
Do you know what happened to VT the court the other day? Hi, Rachel. Well, it sounds like what happened is it's a pretty educated guess, is that they were looking to suppress some information from not being brought forward. And it doesn't sound like things went her way. In other words, that now is it's time for her to face the music. And court is on the 21st.
Like the last date or what?
Her trial. That's when her trial starts.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No more delays, no more, shenanigans like that. Now it's just...
Ooh, that's a week from now.
Yep. Oh, crap. That's right. Next Monday. And I'm going to do everything in my power to be there. I am.
That's here in Cameron County or what?
Yeah, in Brownsville, 197th District Court, Judge Cordova. Holy crap, that's Monday. That's right, man. Time is freaking flying. Let's see. Just the fact that you decided not to have anyone other than a professional on the Melissa Lucio case speaks volumes about the content you want on your show. Yeah, Sarah, I don't. I mean, I don't. I'm not going to put the other shows down because they've got their own little. I call it like their own market, right? People like to watch that stuff. That's cool. There's a need for it, believe it or not, and people want to watch it. So watch. That's cool. I think everybody's good at what they do. And there's a couple of 3 players there, and they like all to get into that. That's if they're like I said before, if it's working for them, God bless. More power to you.
It's like they say, some people are like, well, there's already somebody doing it. I don't think it's for me because there's already people doing that. But then you go to Walmart or H-E-B down the bread aisle, and there's like 20 different brands, and it's like, you would figure, well, there's already one bread. Why are we gonna make 27 other brands?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
There is a lot of bread. Just like when you go to get water.
Yeah.
There's freaking water all over the freaking aisle.
Yeah, I imagine those people were just like, no, well, there's already a water supplier out there, so I'm cool. That's funny.
Yeah. So I figure everybody's got their own, what I call their little niche, and it's working for them, and I'll leave that to them.
I just wonder how many people, just like me, discovered the Melissa Lucio case here because of you. Like, I would like not only for the people who are live to say, like I heard of it here, but the people who watch the recorded ones to also say, hey, we saw it here, just to see what the impact that you've made on, with the light you've been bringing.
Well, I know I've made a few friends from the Pennsylvania area, and they had never heard of it, and they were heavily involved and interested in what's going on with that. And from there, word just got around. So I would hope they heard of it before my show, but if it was because of my show, hey, that's cool too. And it's sad that nobody knows about this, and it's not because you're not interested, but the press, the media didn't put it out there as much. They didn't. I mean, there's like no coverage on this thing, and this is the clock is ticking.
Yep. I
hope something can happen. VT gave awareness first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In a way, she did.
To her watchers. I don't watch her. I've never seen her. The only time I've seen her, you brought awareness to that too. I guess I live under a rock.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, there was, I think it's insulting the way VT started supporting Melissa. And now that the election is over, haven't heard a peep from VT on Melissa. Is she still advocating for her? No.
Is she still making lives?
She made a live Thursday, and then she did one. She's done 2 or 3, I think, in the last few days. And but she hasn't said nothing about Melissa. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't. All she wanted was to stick her name to Melissa Lucio case and the people. Maybe she can get some more votes. That's what she wanted.
Like
that's my opinion.
Jump on the bandwagon or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Good way to put it. Do your show how you deem best. It's your choice whether we want to watch or not. Amen. Amen. That's exactly right. I heard it first on Cheeseke's TV. Oh, there you go.
Cheeseke's is VT?
Yeah. That's her nickname. The nickname created for her. Do we have a history on that name? I suppose I'd have to ask. Was it Frank that came up with that, maybe? Is that Frank who invented that? Yeah, I should have asked him one day. So how do you get that? Where did you get that name from?
Oh, I think it means chisqueada.
Yeah, probably, right? I'm sure. And yeah, so that goes. That's how things goes. That's how things go.
Things goes.
And this will be something to watch to see what happens legally. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna reach back out to the freemelissalucio.org people and get them on to see how that's going and what they're trying to do. I'm gonna reach out to them. I'll do that. I'll send an email out tonight or tomorrow morning. They already said yes, they'll come on. So
that's great.
And then, yeah. Yes, Frank named her. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I figured it was. Yeah, he nailed it with that one, right? That name stuck. Yeah, that name stuck. So, yeah, give it to Frank on that one. But anyway, you got anything else you want to push or plug or whatever?
What else is new, Manny? What else is new? You know, I just came up here to chat with you and the Mannyholics. It's an awesome time, like always. You know, yeah, a great crowd.
Yeah, I love the.
What
folks.
Can I say, man?
Your comments are awesome. Everybody's comments are always very entertaining.
Very.
Awesome. Gas prices look like they're starting to. Well, they're kind of staying there. They're not getting higher yet.
I'm a little scared, man, with the gas right now. You know, I'm thinking if it does get a little better, it just might get a little worse because, I mean, who the heck right now that voted for? I hate to talk about it. Voted for Biden is happy pumping their gas tank today. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think the president would have made a difference? Do you think our prices would be lower if we had the Keystone pipelines open? Or
yeah, I mean, we got reserves, but he's not releasing them. We can rely on our own fuel, our own energy, make our own gasoline. And I mean, I'm sure it's not as simple as that, but I'm just gonna say it that way.
Right.
That we were energy dependent when Donald Trump was here. We were not looking to other countries for anything.
Right.
And then Joe Biden came in and literally in a few days shut down the pipeline, just stopped the wheels from turning. And now we get our fuel from everywhere else except.
Which I wonder if there's a tactic. I mean, if there was a reasonable reason to do it. Like,
and it's not necessarily, and it's not necessarily because of the war, because of Russia that the prices are like they are.
Oh, so it's just part of.
It's a factor of many things.
Because it was already like pretty high.
Absolutely clueless on gas prices, not surprised. Hey, everybody's got their opinion, man.
Oh, my best friend.
Hey, Cynthia. Yeah, there's your buddy Marco. The day he came into office, he stopped drilling in federal land. This was a big blow. Fracking stopped, plus putting harder restrictions to drill. And they keep saying now that the permits are there. They're blaming it on the gas companies. How true is that? You know, I don't know. All I know is that it was a drastic change from then to now. I mean, it's a drastic change. So is part of it to look up Keystone and find out what's going on. Yeah, and then it's hard to find out what's really going on with Keystone. All these pages are, you go to Google and everything swings one way.
Is that the same? Is that the same pipeline where the natives were like, we don't want you here?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yeah.
Oh, then I could see. I mean, I could see what Joe did for the natives.
So yes, it has something to do with it, and I think Russia's got something to do with it, but it's a small amount. It's not. It's not all Russia situation. The prices were going up already. They were high already. You remember how cheap it was when Trump was around?
I mean, it was cheaper. It was cheaper than I could remember. Previously, it was since I was a teenager. That was the cheapest, and then it skyrocketed. And that was the cheapest I had seen it since I owned a car. Back in.
I think I remember like $1.75. I remember it was under $2.
Right around there.
Wow, it's beautiful. Yeah. And it's true, man. People are going to complain. They shouldn't complain because you know what? You got to drive. You got to put gas in your car.
Yep. But sadly, I mean, that impacts everything. So now you're paying more for the gas, so that's more out of your budget. You're still getting paid the same. And, the products that are being imported or just being brought from, a few miles out are costing more because of the drive they're taking. So it puts a burden on people who are barely making it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, we can't even make it.
Yeah, and they just announced the like Uber and Lyft, those kind of things, those kind of taxis, I'm sure too. They have to add like up to 50 cents on each trip, on each ride, to make up for that gas situation, the higher cost of fuel. And it's even hitting the airlines. Jet fuel is freaking expensive right now. It just affects everything. It's not funny where we're at right now.
It's not. Not when I drive a 5.7 liter truck, gas guzzler.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really seen an impact because I hardly even go.
Do you have dual tanks on your truck?
No.
I remember an old.
Oh, I remember your nice truck, dude. The red and white one.
F-150, yeah.
Yeah, I love that one.
I had dual gas tanks, man, and I loved having them both filled. It was such a nice thing. Now that cost me an arm and a leg right now, but yeah, 450 from 311 to 450. Ouch! It affects everything. So Somebody just asked me, what was that? They want me to say who it was that reached out to me questioning me about Vanessa, and I'm not going to start stuff. They already know who they are, and I don't need to name. I don't want to start anything. I'm just saying, if you don't, I'm going to do what I want to do. It's my show, and if you want to do what you want to do, then get your own show. And if I'm going to continue looking at VT, see what she's doing, what's going on legally with her case, I'll keep doing that. Frankly, I think everybody wants to know what's happening with her, and that's just the way I'm going to do it. It's Hey guys, Manny, as a joke, why don't you log on to TikTok? No.
Uh-oh. Right? It was around this time.
Now you're going to make me go look, right?
It was around this time on a Thursday evening.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh. It was a joke, Manny. Let's see.
Dang.
Oh, so that night, man, I logged off, dude. I just made myself some popcorn and put the show on the 60-inch TV.
Oh, dang.
Watch the comments, ate popcorn off camera. It was a lot better being just watching it.
You watch it on the big screen. That's funny.
That was fun, man.
Where's my... Oh, I don't know where my other...
I'm gonna have to find you on TikTok. I hardly ever log into it. I
can't freaking log into TikTok. You believe that?
The Russians, bro.
I don't want to go get my other phone. Anyway, if somebody wants to check if she's online, I'm not gonna stream it. I'm just wondering. Oh, and then she started telling me that it's illegal for me to stream her. And like, you're in a public domain.
Right. She's putting herself out publicly.
Yeah.
I mean, she's sharing it publicly. She can just share it with her friends. And if you're hacking, then you're hacking or something.
Snoopy, I know you were kidding. I know. That's exactly how I feel with these electricity companies. They raise the prices to whatever they want. We need electricity, so we have to pay it, whatever they raise it up to.
But you see, it also consists of the gasoline. A lot of these, I'm the electricity expert, by the way, guys.
Yes, energy expert right here.
Yeah.
He's got knowledge on that.
Yeah, so the whole generation process, the only ones that don't require gasoline, of course, are like the solar or wind power, but most of them are being made by the generation companies, which do require a lot of gasoline, which makes, if the gas prices are going up, so is your light bill.
Yeah, my PUB bill has been over $200 the last 3 months, and I don't, my AC, I don't turn on the heat on that thing, because that's an energy sucker right there. So I got these little tiny heaters. Then when it was real cold overnight, I would plug one in here and one over there. And I think that alone caused my energy bill to go up to, so if you have PUB, chances are you're paying for water and electric, sewage, and your garbage service.
All in one.
All in one.
Monopoly.
Yeah. So, and it's not a bad thing, I guess. So the way the bill breaks down now, I'm probably paying $160 in electric and the rest in water, sewage, and everything else. And some people who have like Magic Valley, or what's the other one, Alliance or something?
Oh, there's a
What's
bunch
the
of
other
other
one
ones.
called? Yeah,
it's because the other ones, AEP, they can select any company they want.
Yeah, and this one lady is paying to like $180, and I'm like, oh man, it's cheaper than mine. But then I realized, oh crap, that's only electric. So I'm paying less than she is. So
Which I think,
complain, right?
I think with PUB, and Magic Valley, you have a better chance at paying, being a little bit lower as compared to anybody who's in AEP territory. Like you have Reliant, TXU, Amigo Energy, all these other little companies. Well, they're not little, they're big.
Yeah.
They're a little bit higher because AEP owns the poles and the wires. So let's say you have Reliant Energy as your provider. Reliant Energy has to pay a fee to AEP for using their poles and wires. So there's an extra fee, and PUB owns their own poles and wires. So
yeah.
I think it's a little lower with PUB.
All right, I'm checking TikTok. She's not live. Not that I would watch it anyway. All right. I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning doing this again, right? Not tonight anyway.
And then waking up at 6 just for fun.
Oh, let me lower that volume.
Food is going up.
Food is going up as well. I know bacon. I remember buying bacon for less than $5. Now it's like 8 something. Oh, what did I say there? Do you remember just a couple of years Putin tried to install a puppet in the U.S.?
Who was that? Which one was that puppet?
A couple
was
years.
Was it Hillary or?
Probably. Well, Joe's a puppet.
Oh, yeah.
Food's going up as well. Oil was $12 a barrel 2 years ago. $12? That cheap?
Wow.
I thought it was like $40 or something like that. 30-something dollars. Now it's like $110 or $115 a barrel.
Like 100% more.
I know, Snoop. It cost me $111 to fill up my gas tank. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I would start submitting receipts to whoever you work for. Say, hey, it cost me money to come to work.
You see, that's the thing, bro. Like, so gas, I was pumping on my truck in the MAGA days. I don't want to call it that, but people have been saying it that way. I was probably filling it up like with $60 to $70. Right now, it was right around there, dude. I'm paying like $25 per quarter, so about $100.
Call it the MAGA days? Is that what you said?
The MAGA days, yeah. So about $100 for a tank. But let's say if I worked somewhere, not from home, I'm still going to get paid the same. I'm still going to get taxed the same.
Yeah.
So that puts a burden. I mean, I'm saying, an extra $40 a week on gas if you're filling up your tank. So 40 times 4, an extra $160 a month.
Yeah,
could go a long way.
Some people now have to figure out, all right, well, gas is $100 for the tank. It used to be, let's say, $60. So now, how much are we gonna do for food? How much are we gonna do for gasoline?
Yep.
That's the reality.
And
That
like
night was so
160. Okay, go ahead.
that's terrible, bro. I know it's high. It's nasty. That night was draining. I could see it on your face, man. You were over it. Yeah, it was not fun. It was fun for about 10 minutes. That's it, Reliant. It was fun for about 10 minutes, and then it was like, this is just crazy. 200 just for electricity. Yeah, that's high.
Yeah, for all you that are paying, make sure you're not on a month-to-month contract. Those a month-to-month contract are gonna go based on whatever the rate is. So as soon as you just keep checking, whenever you see a low rate, try to lock on that rate if you're on a month-to-month. Because if not, remember that day that hell froze over here in Texas and electricity kilowatts were so high that if you were on a month-to-month contract, you were paying whatever it was.
Yeah.
You don't want to be stuck in that situation.
Yeah, that was messed up. It was so like he said, if you're in a contract, I don't know if they've adjusted all that or fixed it so that wouldn't happen again. But some people were getting a bill for like $6,000 for a monthly bill. And I remember that was crazy. That was nuts. Like, what the hell are people gonna do?
Yep.
Imagine getting a bill for $6,000 when it's normally whatever, 200 or 300.
That was crazy.
Reliant as well. When was the last viewing of VT? That was Thursday night. I didn't post again, did I? Yeah, I think it was Thursday night. I think she was on again recently after that. And she's been on TikTok. She's been doing TikTok. Oh Lord, I suppose I should look her up to see if she's on.
Anybody else do TikTok on here? I started doing a little bit of TikTok, but I mean, it was like me pouring coffee in a cup. Or Halloween, I had 2 different costumes. I had that costume of what was it called? Dang it, that show that was really popular, Squid Games. And then I put on the Johnny Lawrence costume of the Cobra Kai. I think those are the only things I posted.
That's funny. Did you see her video on TikTok where she's wearing that kind of a Mexican flowery thing up here?
No, like a Charo Days or what?
Yeah, kind of. She's shaking her ass to the camera.
Wait, she makes those kind of videos? Wait, are you serious? Not that I want to watch it for anybody. I'm just wondering.
Am I going to show this? Are you going to make me show this?
I'm just wondering. That's it.
Hey, so what's up with that vegan family? That's messed up that they got threatened by CPF. Oh,
They're beyond threatened now.
They're beyond threatened. Yeah, they're trying to put him in jail. And yeah, it is messed up. Friday, I look to have an update. That's their pre-trial, and we'll see what happens on Friday.
See, and that's one thing that like and some of the viewers know. My wife is vegan. I'm not. I love steak. I love all this other stuff. So when the kids try to follow in her footsteps, I tell the kids no. Like you can make that decision later on in life. You can have one meal a week, like a meatless Monday or a certain meal.
Like gradually put them into it, right?
Yeah,
let them.
Because my taste buds won't allow me to go vegan, bro. Especially, I'll eat a quarter, 3/4 pound hamburger, bro, like Angus steak, whatever. And then you give me a vegan one, it won't even go past my throat. It'll just go right out. So I don't want my kids to be the way I am. I want them to have the option in the future if they feel that they want to take on that diet, then they can, but not implement it hardcore because there's a lot of deficiencies that occur. And I know it firsthand because I see my wife, and that's already on a grown-up. You can imagine in a child that's still developing, the effects it might have.
Plus, it's a shock to their system too. Yeah. Like just take away everything and just go plant-based. I guess we'll call it, right? Plant-based. And and vegan means nothing from an animal, correct?
No animal byproduct. No animal milk. Byproduct. No, you can't even eat chicken strips if they're in buttermilk. Like if you dip them in buttermilk to get them breaded. Nothing like that, bro. Not even some candies that have gelatin, because gelatin comes from bone, whatever.
Ground bone.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, Jell-O is made from ground bone.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
And So that's my point. There is, I still think the punishment might be a little bit too harsh. They're really trying to set an example, especially like you mentioned, California is the vegan capital of the country.
Yeah, I
Um,
thought it was, but apparently
yeah,
they're telling me they're not getting really any support from that community at all
wow, wow,
whatsoever.
that's crazy. Because I
Right?
would figure that, so a doctor should just say, hey, this is what's wrong with your son. I suggest this. But being that the doctor was the CPS director, and CPS dudes are assholes, bro. Um, even like he mentioned, hey, if CPS knocks on your door, don't even open them. They're there for one thing and one thing only.
You're right. Did you guys catch that when he said that? If you haven't seen that, you should watch it. It's a lot of good information. But CPS has no jurisdiction in your house. If they come with police, that's for their protection. It's got nothing to do with them trying to. I mean, they're trying to intimidate you, but the police are there for them, not for you.
Yep. And these guys are trying to make up for the cases that they lack on, because they want the easy fruit they can catch. They don't want to go after the hardcore people who will kick them out of their house. You know how there'll be signs of real abuse and CPS shows up and they're, I don't want to go in the house. It looks scary. There's guys out there and they're all tatted up and I'm scared. I don't want to go there. So let me go over to Miss Jones' house. They seem like a nice family. I think they'll open the door for me. Miss Jones, we just want to talk to you about the malnourishment going on, and we just want to make sure everything is safe. Oh, what is that Raid bottle doing? Where a child can get it, at a child's reach. You know what? We might have. Can they step outside? We want to talk to them for a minute.
Yep. Once you let him in the door, you're done. Now they can observe everything. Innocent situation you got, whatever.
It's crazy.
They're gonna spin that nasty. Yeah, I heard about it. I said this was caught on video. People stealing gasoline from the underground tanks at the gas station.
Holy crap.
Lifting up from the bottom of their van or on the side. They open up that little access port or whatever.
Looking thing.
And they steal a couple 100 gallons at a time.
Wow.
Jeez, it's bad. I was working from home because of COVID. But they are making us come back to the office now. I'm riding the bus. Work pays for the bus. F that. All right. If you're lucky enough to be in a place where you got public transportation, that's cool. Like in Chicago, I wouldn't drive at all. I'd take the freaking bus and the train. It's fun. It's every 5 minutes you got a bus or a train coming, no matter where you're at. So it's convenient. But like here, people are waiting outside an hour to get to catch the bus.
And then to go catch another bus after that bus.
Yeah, and they can't have more buses because there's not that much ridership. People just don't ride the bus. Who wants to wait for an hour to ride the bus? The newer Hyundai Santa Fe SUVs are gas and electric hybrid. My mom had her 2012 Santa Fe. Very well taken care of, well kept. She traded in for a Subaru Outback. I like the Subaru Outback. Fixed versus variable rate contract. Right, that's correct.
Yep.
Energy-wise, electric. Yep. I heard about it on your show. Never knew about it. Jonah 956. I saw a funny video. Somebody was on not Jimmy Kimmel. What's the other guy's name? He was on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, dang. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name right now. He's the guy who took over basically Jay Leno, or no?
Yeah. Jimmy
Neutron. Just kidding. That's a cartoon.
Can't think of his name. Anyway, somebody asked, "Oh, where are you from?" She goes, "I'm from Mission, Texas, Budo 956," and everybody started going crazy. That was funny. That was a funny thing. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Oh yeah.
I had a homemade hamburger today. It was very freaking delicious. Sabrina's film was beautifully made. Amazing visual and sound editing, shot on film, colorized, camera shots enhanced the narrative, and I think the music. If I heard this correctly, the music was the guitarist from Sting, who plays for Sting. Yeah. And that kind of just came together kind of accidentally, and she didn't realize. So yeah, that's who's going to do your guitar. And she's like, okay. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I think she did a good job on that interview. You got people complaining that, oh, she was biased. It was one-sided. It's like, well, it's a documentary. It doesn't have to be biased. It doesn't have to be biased.
I mean, yeah, I just say whoever's spending their time creating it gets to. It's like everybody here listening, me and you, we all have different views on different things. But if you decide to pursue a certain thing, you're gonna make sure it depicts your story.
Yeah.
What you stand for.
And I'm thinking Sabrina went into this with one mind thought, with one way of thinking. But as it went on, she started to see, holy crap, she shouldn't be on death row. And then that's where I think it took a turn and it became what it is now.
And like she said, she was okay with death row previous to this case. And right now she's just like, I don't even, after this case, I don't even think the death penalty is fair.
Tina. Oh, if people got to do that, I'm no judge of, I'm not going to judge anybody who's got to do that or OnlyFans or whatever. People are making money there, and
like pedicures are cheaper than bus rides,
right? Well, that's cool that they got buses for y'all. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon. That's right, Jimmy Fallon.
There you go.
So, yeah. So in other words, documentaries don't have to be neutral. I think. Look at any documentary. They're pushing one narrative or another. Or they're going one way or the other with it.
Yep.
And so just take it for that. She didn't have to be neutral.
She didn't even have to make a documentary.
Yeah, no, she really didn't. And but she just wanted to do an innocent film about women on death row.
Wow.
That's how it started. And then she found Melissa Lucio, heard about Melissa Lucio, and the first Hispanic woman on Texas death row.
She wasn't chasing just a Melissa Lucio case. She was doing it for women on death row.
Right. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she uncovered this, this whole can of worms.
Yep. The more she kept looking at it, the more it became evident that it was like, why are you on death row now? And just kept opening up a can of worms all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's happening. Tomorrow's show is going to be good. So I'd like for y'all to come on at 7:00 and check it out. Share it, please share that. And then afterwards, probably as usual, 10:30, I'll go on again and we can discuss what just happened. I think that's pretty interesting. And then there's somebody else I was thinking about getting on from this program. I'll let you know as soon as I get a probably yes. And let me check. Oh, do you guys want to see that TikTok of hers?
Let's see it. I just can't believe it. Like, I don't know if my mind is exaggerating what you said or if it's really, really that. Food damned. Food damned?
Oops, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. I lost this music. Stop it. This is freaking me out, this music. Now we're getting VT-ish right there. Okay, there. All right. Let's see this.
Let's see if my brain was picturing what you said correctly or I was just an old sick.
Where is she? Oh, there it is. There it is. Can I make this bigger? Nope. That's just the way it is right there. Okay. And let me get this comment off the screen real quick. Boom. Ready?
So that's not okay. There's more to it. There's an actual video. Okay.
But wait, there's more. Oh. So this is not new. This is from, it says May 25th of 21. It's not shows you how often I get on TikTok, right? Yeah, so
facepalm.
There it is. Not making fun of it or nothing. I'm just there. It is. That's
throwing it out there. It's just like I pictured.
I thought, look, that's how out of touch I am with TikTok. I thought that was, oh, she just posted that. It's old. Yes, I miss her. I got tired with that too. Remember that long night with her till 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or whatever that was? Dude, that was
Well, dude, she had to beat. I mean, she was gonna stay up all night, bro. You're running naturally, you know.
man, that was I mean, yes, they've been some of the most epic shows and situations, but that was nuts, man. That was I don't know how to explain it. It's like it was
That's what she.
maybe
I remember that night too.
were you on that night?
No, I was on, but watching and commenting like if I was on.
Man, that stuff was crazy right there. Here. Let me put a little bit on. We're not gonna be on much longer. I'm just putting on something. Can you hear that?
The music.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not food down. I read the Foodamed.
Oh, for the med.
That's when she at the Torquedos. Oh, okay. Is that what it was? Yeah. Shit, I think everybody else knows what that was. That's a cute dress, but 3 sizes too small. What's up, Paco?
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cute dress, right? It's nice and stuff. And
It's like an overstuffed pillowcase, you know. I mean, just that's. I don't know. I'll just be quiet.
man, there's so much crap on TikTok. It's not even funny. I mean, so much. I mean, okay, let's see what's live right now. I'm looking. Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna go on with that. I'm not. I can't do all night long. We're already getting at 2 hours already. And it's like,
All right.
yeah, I'll behave myself right now.
Simmer down now, Manny.
If somebody was on, I might take a peek, but I don't think they're on right now. And I'll be honest with you, after what happened that night, I don't know if they're gonna be on anymore. It would be and I'm talking about the Melissa Lucio family. For that kind of display, it probably wouldn't be in their best interest to keep doing shows like that.
No, bro.
But not that she cares. I don't think she cares at all. I just think she keeps saying she's not doing it for the money or that. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, she's got to be making some kind of money on it. And I don't even care if she is. It's sad that she doesn't care about the mother. You think the family would unite.
Yeah.
But they're so divided. It's not even funny. Not the overstuffed pillowcase, Abel. That was him. That wasn't me. That was him that said that. Anyway, all right. We'll call it a night for tonight. We'll be back. I might do something early tomorrow. A little preview or something for the 7 o'clock show. And you might see me on TikTok again promoting tomorrow night's show.
Just don't do what she did, please.
You have my word on that. You have my word.
Thank you.
You have my word.
You gained another viewer, Manny.
Right. All right. I'm going to call it a night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. I am Manny behind the mic. That's Stable Abel.
Yeah.
And we'll see what comes up tomorrow. And I'm working on a couple other things. I'll let you know what they are as soon as I have a tentative yes that they're going to be on my show. And as soon as I get that information, I will let you guys know. Abel, thanks for hanging out, brother.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Everyone, have a great night. Have a great Monday night. And we'll see you on Tuesday.